Useless trash with crippled spiritual roots. Go become food for the sect guardian blood beast. That will be your only contribution to the sect in this life. You embezzled the pension left from my parents dying on the battlefield. And now even my life, you want to use as your ticket to become an inner sect elder. So what if you know? It's survival of the fittest in the cultivation world. Who's to blame that your parents died early? A waste who couldn't even complete key induction. Even your death wouldn't make a ripple. Xiao Wuji, you'd better pray I'm really dead today. As long as there's still breath left in me, sooner or later, I'll make you pay for everything you've done today. Pay the price. Still got a sharp tongue when facing death. Get down there. This is the snowfield. Even the air here is full of a nauseating stench of blood. This is the one, the ancient blood beast that devoured over 100 labor disciples. It's several times larger than the rumors said.
Ding.
All things attribute system activated. Target locked, ancient blood beast. If I'm not afraid of death, why would I fear you, beast? Not afraid of a beast if I'm not afraid to die. Give me modify points. Change its extreme bloodlust attribute to absolute obedience. Modification complete. Gold attribute. Absolute obedience. You are now its beloved master. It will swear unyielding loyalty. Never betray. It stopped. Looks like this so-called attribute system is real. It can alter the very laws of heaven. Didn't you want me dead? Elder Zhao, you went through so much trouble to throw me into this death trap. But you don't realize, this is where Shiju will rewrite my fate. Once I climb out of this abyss with my new pet, I'll personally find out how many lives you have for me to take. Where are you going? These are the belongings left behind by the previous labor disciples thrown down here. All of them are faulty pills. Makes sense. Outer sect laborers never got good resources. These are all low-quality pills discarded by the inner sect. Impurities collected. What if I could modify this attribute too? System. I'm out of modification points. How do I get more? Host may obtain points by performing routine actions, enduring strong emotions from others, such as hostility, shock, worship, or changing major causal lines. Detected. Host just tamed the ancient blood beast, drastically changed the sect's causal line. Acquired 5 modification points. Good, consume 1 immediately. Modify the impurities collected attribute on this poor quality key gathering pill. Change it to flawless. Modification complete. Supreme pill without flaws. This is the rarest treasure even core disciples can only dream of. Even core inner sect disciples want this. With my 5 crippled spiritual roots, to channel ki into my body. Only a pill of this level could make it possible. Zhao Wuji, you ruined my cultivation path. Today, beneath this pool of blood, I shall rebuild my immortal foundation. A thunderous roar echoed within. The medicinal energy of the supreme pill surged, turning into a raging torrent inside Chu, forcefully clearing his blocked and dried meridians for years. Level 1 Ki refinement. Not only did I succeed in channeling Ki, but my foundation is 10 times stronger than mine ever was at its peak. 10 times stronger than my previous peak. Dozens of so-called trash pills, as long as I have enough points, can become dozens of supreme immortal pills. Those high and mighty elders of Qingyun sect could never imagine even in their dreams the things they threw away as garbage. In my hands are all stepping stones to the very peak of the Tao. Zhao Wuji. And the Qing Cheng, that arrogant inner sect woman. What you owe me, I'll reclaim it all with interest. No bloodline can bind me. Even King Yun's sect will tremble beneath my feet eventually. But it's not time to leave yet. Since everyone thinks I'm dead, I'll just lay low here in this blood abyss. Once I've milked this place dry, on the day my cultivation is complete, I'll climb out of hell myself and send you all to your graves. Miss King Yuan, this is the new tribute of fine misty cloud tea for this year. Please try it. Sorry to trouble you for personally making a trip to the outer sect. It's a great honor, truly. No need for tea. My young lady is in seclusion for a critical breakthrough to Foundation establishment. She doesn't want any mundane matters disturbing her. I'm here to ask one thing only. Is that CHU brat dealt with? Rest assured, Miss Yuan, absolutely. 3 days ago I found an excuse and threw CHU into the rear mountains blood abyss. Even inner sect disciples don't dare set foot there. That place is a forbidden zone where the ancient blood beast is sealed. If that brat fell in, he'll never be heard from again. At least you're efficient. My lady is a chosen of the heavens, with a supreme mutated spiritual root, destined to rule King Yun's sect in the future, maybe even ascend in broad daylight. That CHU trash, relying on a little favor from his parents, even dreamed of reaching for her. He's like a toad lusting after a swan. This is your reward from Miss. Inside is a spirit-gathering pill, and a promotion order from the outer sect elder, the lady said. As long as you play by the rules, there will be plenty of benefits for you in the future. Thank you, Miss Qingcheng. Thank you, Miss King Yuan. I am willing to serve Miss with my life, no matter how many times it costs me. But just in case, I always tie up loose ends. What else did you do? I was worried about the depth of the abyss. If that brat got lucky and landed on a branch and survived. So today I specially used the winch to send a bucket of water down to the bottom. I added stick bamboo spike king, deadly poison, even if he wasn't eaten by a beast. Just one sip of that water means absolutely no chance to survive. That's what I call no loose ends. You really are cruel. Good, this is the end of the matter. Don't leave any traces. Miss is absolutely right. That trash couldn't even channel ki. Alive, he's just wasting the sect's air. Her making him disappear is the best blessing he could get in 8 lifetimes. Level 3 Key Refinement. The Supreme Pill really lives up to its name. In just 3 short days, I've not only remade my meridians, but broken through 3 minor realms. Something's coming down. But why does this bucket of water look off? Xiao Wuji, you really went all out. Not satisfied with dooming me. You've even poisoned the water you sent. Are you that scared I'll survive and come seek revenge? System, does this bucket have any lingering scent of the poisoner? Detected at the handle of the wooden bucket. Residual spiritual sense and energy imprint from Zhao Wuji. Causal lock established tracking host. Current available modification points. 5. Transfer. Extract the lethal bamboo spike attribute from the water, and following the spiritual imprint, directly injected into the jade pendant Zhao Wuji always wears. I want him to reap what he sowed. It's not over yet. System, spend some modification points. Change the empty entry for this bucket of clean water to refining and reforging. This huge gift you gave me, I'll gladly accept it from CHU. As for the gift I'll return to you. I hope you enjoy it thoroughly. Miss King Yuan, take care on your way. If you need anything in the future, please just command me. What was that sound? My chest hurts so much. What's going on? My spiritual power is collapsing. Zhao Wuji, what the hell are you doing? Help, Miss Xingyu, save me. There's poison in this jade pendant. The poison is attacking my organs. The jade pendant is poisoned. But this jade pendant is clearly your personal belonging. And there's no one else in the hall. Who could possibly poison you? This is ridiculous. It must be Siiju it has to be him. He's come to claim my life from the abyss. A ghost. Such a mysterious situation. His meridians are completely destroyed and dissipated. The damage has already reached his throat. It seems more like he went crazy from practicing cultivation. Spiritual power backfired and led to his death. Just a greedy outer disciple. Dead is dead. But that name he shouted before dying. Siishu, someone who fell into the abyss. Could he really kill from afar? Guards, Zhao. The steward went mad and died suddenly. Drag the body out and burn it. Don't dirty the Great Hall. Ding, target Zhao Wuji is dead. Host has completed a reverse frame-up and first counter-kill. Perfectly exploited the information gap. Killed an enemy without shedding blood. Congratulations, host has gained modification points. 500 points.
He's dead.
Zhao Wuji, how does that soul-crushing pain taste? Does it suit your taste now? 500 modification points. With this huge fortune, I can finally start deep upgrades for my techniques and artifacts. The Qing Cheng, you thought getting rid of trash would let you rest easy as the sect sinks and look down on everyone else? You have no idea that the one you pushed into the abyss is a true monster. Just wait, in 3 months at the sect tournament, I'll walk right over all the modified swordsmen, step by step till I'm standing before you. I'll make you watch with your own eyes. Everything you were so proud of crumble before my entries. And see how powerless you really are. There are not only unwanted servants thrown under this bloodline altar, but also the skeleton of an elder from the Qingyun sect in full uniform. You like this rusty chopper, huh? A dignified inner sect elder, yet all he left was a rusty wood-cutting knife. Not even a proper flying sword. Just how penniless was this old man? So it was a magical item ruined by evil energy. No wonder it got left here. System, analyze the attributes of this knife for me. See if it can still be salvaged. I just happen to have those 500 points I got from killing Zhao Wuji. System, spend 100 points immediately. Replace this rotten snake entry on the rusty chopper with absolute armor breaker. I want this weapon to become the most unreasonable killer in the cultivation world. It feels like a hot knife through butter. I can't feel even a hint of resistance. What a perfect armor penetration. Even if that old man, the sect leader of the Qingyun sect, came in person, as long as he dared to be arrogant enough to take my strike head-on, he and his protective key would both dissipate into nothing. With this blade, what inner sect geniuses, what top-tier magic treasures, they're all just made of paper. I have the weapon, but I only have the cultivation of the 3rd level of key refining right now. If I encounter a cultivator at the foundation establishment stage or higher, they won't give me the chance to get close and draw my blade. I need a top-tier cultivation technique to close the realm gap in the shortest time possible. Target locked. The fragmented heaven-devouring creation manual. Key deviation. Body explosion and death. In the face of my word modification system, even a fatal poison that rots the intestines, I can turn it into a world-class immortal elixir. System, take the remaining 400 modification points and dump them all in. Modify the key deviation entry for me into automatic enlightenment. Please confirm the successful modification. Automatic enlightenment. The host can emit a type of black flame within a single breath, and the foundation is perfect and flawless. 3 months. From now until the Kingyun Sect's annual grand competition, there are exactly 3 months left. With the endless yin energy and spirit herbs of the blood abyss available for me to devour, and with the 24/7 blessing of automatic enlightenment, 3 months later, I will let the entire Kingyun Sect know who the true aunt is. 7th level of foundation establishment. Great perfection. Just one step away from forming the golden core. This top-grade mutated ice spirit root of mine is indeed favored by the heavens. Congratulations, Miss, on the great success of your divine technique. Looking at the younger generation of the entire Kingyun Sect now, who else can compete with you? At today's grand competition, you will undoubtedly be number 1 without any suspense, and rightfully become the sect's holy maiden. The first place was always mine. Those so-called inner sect geniuses are nothing more than mediocre fools. My current vision is no longer limited to the tiny Kingyun Sect, but the entire Eastern cultivation world. By the way, during these 3 months of my secluded meditation, that dead man's matter didn't leave any evidence, did it? Rest assured, miss. It's completely clean. Although that idiot Zhao Wuji died suddenly, he admitted personally before his death that he had already kicked that trash CHU into the blood abyss in the back mountain. That ghostly place suppresses ancient blood beasts. Even if an inner sect elder fell down there, it would be a certain death. Let alone that trash who doesn't even have spiritual power. By now, even his bone fragments have probably been digested by the blood beasts. Nothing will be left. That's good. Back then, when I first entered the sect, my foundation was unstable. I had to borrow the pension money from his parents' death on the battlefield, and his connections to gain a foothold. Now I am a true dragon soaring in the 9 heavens, while his spirit roots are completely destroyed, reducing him to rotting mud in a swamp. If he were alive, that ridiculous marriage contract would be the biggest stain on my record. A dragon does not live with snakes. His death is in accordance with the will of heaven. You are absolutely right, miss. That trash should have looked in the mirror. With his ruined 5-element spirit root, he wasn't worthy of having any connection with you. If he were still alive for today's grand competition, and saw you showing off your brilliance, he would probably be so ashamed that he'd find a crack in the ground, crawl in, and kill himself. You killing him was actually helping him find peace. Enough. Don't mention the dead man's name in front of me again.
It simply defiles my ears.
Go, give the order. Have everyone prepare for today's Holy Maiden enshrinement ceremony. I want everyone to keep their eyes wide open and watch me. The Ching Chang is the only future master of this Kingyun sect. At the same time, at the bottom of the blood abyss in the back mountain. Foundation establishment, great perfection. In just 3 months. Automatic enlightenment plus infinite devouring allowed me to leap across an entire major realm. Don't be afraid. These past 3 months, thanks to you going to the cliff top every day to steal those high-grade spirit herbs planted by the inner sect elders, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to break through so quickly. You, this husky, are actually much more pleasing to the eye than those people outside, who are full of hypocrisy and moral platitudes. It's been 3 months. The Ching Chang, the grand competition you've been longing for, is today, right? You thought that by killing me, you could sever the karma. and ascend to the position of holy maiden without a single flaw, to enjoy the spotlight of the masses. Others laugh at my madness. I laugh at their inability to see through the truth. The Ching Cheng, you climbed up by stepping on the flesh and blood of my parents. Today I will choose the moment you are most triumphant and feel most superior, in front of all the high-level officials of the entire sect, to shatter all your pride with one blade strike. The trash that the Qingyun sect treated like grass, has crawled back from hell. Today I will make the entire sect tremble because of me. Qingyun sect main peak, Yanwu Square. The once-in-a-century grand competition and holy maiden enshrinement ceremony grandly begins. Today is a day of great joy for our Qingyun sect. The winners of the grand competition have been decided, but the true genius of our sect is none other than Qing Cheng. The Qing Cheng is only 18, yet with her top-grade mutated ice spirit root, she has reached the great perfection of the foundation establishment stage. Such talent, never mind our Qingyun sect, is rare even in the entire Eastern Desolation. She is truly one in a million. Congratulations, senior sister Qing Cheng, for bringing glory to our Qingyun sect. Qing Cheng thanks the sect leader and the elders for their kindness. The path of cultivation is inherently an act against the heavens. Only by severing mortal ties can one attain the great Tao. As I am enshrined as the Holy Maiden today, I will surely lead the Qingyun sect to its peak. All past worldly entanglements and mortal karma from today on will be like passing clouds, completely vanished into thin air. Miss, after these words of yours, from now on, no one will ever dare to use that dead man named Xie Chu to disgust you again. You are now a deity high in the 9 heavens, while he is just a puddle of rotten mud in the abyss. Junior sister Qing Cheng has extraordinary talent and a firm, dull heart. She is a role model for our generation. In today's competition, although I Ling Feng was lucky enough to take the top spot, in front of junior sister Qing Cheng, it's like a firefly compared to the bright moon. If anyone is dissatisfied with junior sister Qing Cheng being enshrined as the Holy Maiden, you are welcome to come up to this martial stage and first ask the sword in Lin Feng's hand if it agrees. Although Lin Feng's talent is not as good as Cheng Cheng's, he is still a rare pillar of our sect. With him guarding here, the ceremony will surely be foolproof. Just as the atmosphere of the entire venue reached its climax, and everyone was looking up at that holy figure on the high platform, at the end of the white jade stairs at the edge of Yanwu Square, an extremely discordant gray figure appeared. Enshrinement ceremony? Severing mortal ties? The Qing Cheng, you climbed up by stepping on the flesh and blood of my CHU family. And now you want to erase the karma with one light sentence? What a great show! Stop right there. Are you blind? At today's main peak ceremony, even ordinary outer disciples can only watch from the mountainside. You, a lowly gray-robed servant, dare to approach the main peak square? Get back to your servant peak. Otherwise, your legs will be broken according to sect rules. I'm not here to watch the show. I'm here to collect a debt. Get out of the way or die. You reckless aunt, seeking death. How is this possible? What's going on? Who is that person? He actually dares to injure the mountain-guarding disciples at the main peak square. Has he lost his mind? The inner sect disciples along the way scrambled to make a path, as if avoiding a plague god. Although no spiritual power could still be felt from CHU, from his body, that cold, murderous aura of someone who crawled out of a sea of blood made everyone's heart turn cold. That figure looks a bit familiar. Impossible! That person was already thrown into the blood abyss by Zhao Wuji. Even his bones would have dissolved. A piece of trash without any cultivation could never survive the mouth of an ancient blood beast. See, you piece of trash, how can you still be alive? Are you a human or a ghost? See, is that the thick-skinned guy who held a marriage contract and tried to climb up to senior sister Ching Cheng with his 5-element trash spirit root? Didn't he go missing a long time ago? How did he end up here making a fool of himself? Presumptuous. Where did this madman come from, daring to cause a scene here? Where is the Hall of Discipline? Immediately beat this trash and throw him off the mountain. The Ching Cheng, seeing me crawl back from hell, you seem very surprised. The mortal karma you so desperately want to sever, I've personally delivered it to your doorstep today. You owe my parents 2 lives. You owe justice to the CHU family. Today, it's time to settle the score. Out of respect for the meal your parents once gave me, I've let you linger in the sect to barely stay alive. Not only are you ungrateful, you even try to block my path to greatness. You're nothing but a worm crawling in the mud. You aren't qualified to stand here and talk to me. Senior brother Lin Feng, please, help me sweep away this trash that doesn't know their place. So you're the CHU that everyone talks about. Chin Cheng's junior sisters. How could an aunt like you stain the path to greatness? A useless person without even a shred of spiritual energy still dares to babble arrogantly here. Today, before the entire sect, I'm going to destroy your cultivation with one sword. Let you understand what it means to know your limits. Lin Feng, just with your cultivation piled up by pills in a greenhouse valley, you want to be his dog? Your flawed cultivation. You don't even qualify for me to use my skill modification. Stubborn like a dead duck, kneel for me and break. What is this power? My spiritual power has been cut off. Impossible, you clearly have no spiritual power. How could you possibly cut off my earth-rank flying sword with one strike? One strike, someone with no spiritual energy, using an old rusty hatchet, defeated the chief inner disciple at foundation stage in a single blow. Am I dreaming? That's no ordinary mortal iron. It cuts through even earth-rank treasures like tofu. Is it the legendary Path Saint artifact? The Ching Cheng, is this the dog you raised? Too weak. Since you want to sever karma, stop hiding behind others and come down. Let me see. Your so-called Heaven's Pride Supreme Mutated Ice Spirit Root. How many strikes can it endure? See, you, Yan, you're just as despicable as ever. Relying on a sinister artifact you found under the blood abyss. Dare to play dirty, senior brother Lin Feng. Let me give you a chance to prove yourself. You think relying on external objects can bridge the gap between us, a gap as vast as a chasm. You think this way you can challenge true talent with external tools. The Ching Cheng, not only are you ungrateful, you're so narrow-minded. Since you think I rely on treasures, I'll give you a chance to prove yourself. Come down and use your best ice technique. See if you can withstand a blow from my broken knife. Deceiving everyone with crazy talk. This one's spiritual root is completely destroyed. It is absolutely impossible for someone to have such power. He must have fallen into the demonic path. Holding a demonic artifact, he wounded our sect's chief disciple. His crime is unforgivable. Great Elder, wait. I have unfinished karma with this person. Since he dares to cause trouble at the conferment ceremony today, he is my heart demon. Today I am being affirmed as the senses. My Tao heart must be flawless. I will handle it myself, completely sever the final bond. Let the world know. Trash will always be trash. Go ahead, with the sect master of Feather Sect here to support you. This demonic fiend can't stir up any trouble. Kill him to prove your path. You could have survived under the blood abyss. Yet you insist on coming out to die. Since you want to see the true power of foundation stage perfection, I'll grant your wish. I'll make you understand. Faced with absolute talent, your sneaky tricks are laughable. Foundation stage perfection. As if you have nothing worth boasting about. That's why you betrayed the CHU family and tolerated Xiao Wuji's plot against me. The Qincheng, you're truly pathetic. Boasting shamelessly. Mysterious ice arch extreme cold ice jade. Freeze completely for me. Such terrifying cold. Is this the true power of Qincheng's evil sword? Even the air can freeze. Then CHU is done for. He's trapped in the extreme ice domain. Even cultivators of the same level would be instantly frozen. A mortal with no spiritual power. At this point, even his soul must have shattered into icy fragments. Trash will always be trash. Even if he miraculously survived. So what if he was in the blood abyss? In front of Mrs. Absolute Strength, he doesn't even have a chance to draw his sword. This is the fate he deserves. Core hidden lock, unbreakable. Impossible to break by anyone below Golden Core stage. Only Golden Core stage can break it. System, immediately consume. Modification points for me. Change this unbreakable ice block tag to fragile as paper. Command received. Modification successful. Ended this ridiculous doomed relationship. Finally put a complete end to it. Snowflakes fall like a dream all over the sky. Inside that drifting ice powder, that figure in a worn gray robe still stands unharmed on the spot. The Qincheng, is that all your extreme cold has? Just this tiny bit of chill. Not even enough to cool me off in the summer. That's impossible. My extreme cold ice jade. Even inner elders of the same realm, if trapped, couldn't escape so easily. You didn't even use an artifact. What kind of sorcery did you use? Sorcery. So in the eyes of frogs at the bottom of the well, like you, anything beyond your pathetic understanding is called sorcery. You keep saying I have no spiritual energy. That I rely on outsiders. Fine, since it's like that, I'll completely tear up your ridiculous sense of superiority. Show you what real power is. Foundation stage perfection. Definitely the pressure of foundation stage perfection. My God. He not only has cultivation, his aura is 10 times scarier than the Qincheng realm. How can that be possible? Perfect Dao foundation. Without a single impurity. Such a perfect Dao foundation. I've cultivated for over 300 years. Never seen such pure, such surging spiritual power. He actually managed within 3 months to leap from a useless person with no spiritual root directly to foundation stage perfection. Shattered the iron rule of the cultivation world. No, this can be true. This absolutely cannot be real. Your spiritual root was destroyed. You were just a lowly nobody. I'm a supreme mutated iceling. I'm a heaven-blessed genius. How can you have stronger cultivation than me? It's an illusion technique. Definitely illusion. Heaven's favor. What you call heaven's favor. In my eyes, it's worth nothing at all. You think you're above me, stepping on me, so you can feel justified. Enjoying the resources my parents traded their lives for. You think cutting ties can hide your selfish and despicable face, your ugly bridge-burning ways. I don't believe it. I, the Qincheng, could never lose to trash like you. Go die. Core hidden tag. Sharp edge unchanged. Extremely sharp, able to cut steel. System. Change sharp edge unchanged to soft and powerless. Command received. Modification successful. My sword. My the Qincheng. You truly disappointed me. I thought you might pique my interest. But it turns out, you're too weak to even qualify for me to draw my sword. The supreme talent you treasure, to me, isn't even worth my rusty hatchet at my waist. The senses of King Yun sect is nothing but a complete joke. Arrogant brat. How dare you ruin my sect's Saintess's Dao heart. Inner elders, form the array with me. This one must not be allowed to live. Even if we flatten the main peak today, he must be killed right here. Wanna kill me? Fine. Zhao Wuji's account has been settled. The Qincheng's account is settled too. Next up, the King Yun sect leaders. for swallowing my parents' legacy, and the account for reckless murder. You old geezers. All come at me, so my blade won't get dirty. 4 great elders of the law hall obey. This one has been corrupted by evil, completely fallen into demonic cultivation. Join me and activate King Yun's demon-slaying array. Today, we absolutely cannot let him escape the main peak. Obeying the great elder's order. Unfinished demon slaying. Would die before giving up. Unfinished demon slaying. Back then you embezzled the Supreme Spirit stones and skill manuals my parents died for. When it came to dividing the spoils, why wasn't demon slaying mentioned? When Zhao Wuji kicked me into the blood abyss years ago. You old geezers quietly agreed to the split behind the scenes. Why didn't you mention demon slaying then? Now that you can win, you start splashing dirty water on me, calling me a demonic cultivator. The shamelessness of the King Yun sect truly opens my eyes. Do not listen to this demon's bewitching words. Strike! Activate the King Yun demon-slaying formation. King Yun demon-slaying formation. This is the trump card only used when the sect faces total annihilation. With 5 golden core elders joining forces, no matter how strange Si Chu Li is, he will definitely be left without a whole corpse this time. Die already. As long as you die, everything that happened today will just be an illusion. I will still be the high and mighty Sangses with the supreme ice spiritual root. I will still be the most flawless Sangses of the King Yun sect. Target locked, King Yun demon slaying formation. Destructive lightning attribute strike. No blind spots. Trying to wear me down with a formation. System, remove the exorcise evil and slay demons attribute from this formation, and modify it into spiritual power backflow. Command received. Consumption, 500 modification points. The formation is frantically draining my golden core's spiritual power. Stop. Stop now. My cultivation is regressing. Great Elder, quickly cut off the formation's core. Golden Core Realm. So this is what the Golden Core Realm feels like.
Taking the lifelong cultivation of 5 golden core elders.
Just to make a bridal veil for me. This King Yun sect formation is actually quite a good thing. No! My 200 years of bitter cultivation. Devil! You are a devil! What kind of evil technique did you use? You monstrous brat! How dare you cripple me? We are the 5 great elders of the King Yun sect. If we don't grind your bones to ash today, where will our dignity remain? Invoke the sect's heritage. Heaven-suppressing azure mirror, suppress him for me. The sect leader has even summoned the treasure of the righteous path. See you, these heaven-suppressing azure mirror was left behind by the founding ancestor. A top-tier spirit tool. It can lock down the laws of heaven and earth in this area. No matter how strange you are, in the face of absolute power, you'll only be turned into ash. A top-tier spirit tool locking the laws of heaven and earth? Sounds quite terrifying. But before my attribute modification, in this world, there are no laws that cannot be severed. Target locked. Host's current cultivation, early golden core stage. Weapon, forced execution. 50% probability of spatial backlash. Should the modification points just harvested from the global shocked emotions be consumed, to apply a temporary noble and profound buff to the host's weapon? Law annihilation. Add it all. Give it to me. Shatter this broken mirror along with the King Yun sect's ridiculous heritage. Into pieces together. Law annihilation. Give it to me. Break. Break. It's shattered. The top-tier spirit tool passed down by the ancestor. It was split apart by a wood-chopping cleaver. What kind of monster is this? Now that the heritage is gone, and the formation is broken, can we sit down now and have a good talk about that item my parents left behind? Sect leader. No one can disturb us now. Hand over the black box my parents brought back. Maybe I'll consider leaving you a whole corpse. See, you really do know about the existence of that blind man. No wonder you endured for so long. But do you think you've won for sure? You think just because you have a broken spirit tool demon blade and absorb the cultivation of a few useless people, you can rule the Qingyun sect? Is that not the case? The heritage is shattered, and the elders are all crippled. You, a half-step soul formation sect leader, are now no better than a stray dog before me. What other trump cards do you have? Why don't you reveal them all at once, and let me see if they're worth one strike of my blade? Arrogant brat. You have no idea what is inside that black box. That is not something our Qingyun sect could ever swallow. Years ago, your parents accidentally obtained it in an ancient ruin, which attracted the envoys from the central continent Holy Land. It was the Holy Land envoy who gave the order for your parents to die on the battlefield. As a cover-up. Central continent Holy Land. So your Qingyun sect, just to curry favor with the Holy Land, willingly became a vicious dog that bit its own disciples to death, handing over my parents' lives on a silver platter? The cultivation world is a world of the strong devouring the weak. Being able to serve the central continent Holy Land was their honor. This reception token was left by the Holy Land envoy. It's a token of faith. If you dare to kill me, the Holy Land envoy will instantly sense my death. When the experts from the Holy Land descend, never mind one, even 100 of you would be crushed into flying ash. If you're smart, cripple your own cultivation immediately. Kneel down and kowtow. Then I might still plead with the envoy to spare your dog life. Central Continent Holy Land. In legend, it's a supreme existence that stands above all sects in the eastern wilderness. Our Qingyun sect, before the Holy Land, is not even as significant as an ant. It's over Shu that has poked a hole in the sky. By provoking the central continent Holy Land, we'll all be buried with him. Central continent Holy Land. The Holy Land envoy? Good. Very good. I was just worrying about where to find the real culprits who murdered my parents. Since they are so high and mighty, then I will personally fight my way to the central continent and turn their so-called Holy Land upside down. Madman. You are a complete and utter madman. Since you are so stubborn, then let's all perish together. I will crush the reception token right now and summon the Holy Land envoy to descend and slay you, this demon. Target locked, Holy Land. Reception token. Special token item. Core hidden attribute. Mutual destruction. Once crushed, it sends spatial coordinates and a death alarm to summon high-level cultivators. Perish together. Trash like you doesn't deserve it. System. Change the mutual destruction attribute for me immediately to active soul binding. Command received. Consuming 500 modification points. Modification successful. New attribute, active soul binding. Severing all original karmic links. Automatically flies to and binds with the strongest spiritual power in the current area, and it cannot be destroyed. How is this possible? The karmic token left by the Holy Land. Unexpectedly, what on earth did you do? What did I do? You don't deserve to know. In your next life, remember to keep your eyes open. Central Continent Holy Land. Wash your necks and wait for me. The debt owed to my Caju family, even if it crosses thousands of mountains and rivers, I will collect it back with interest. The sect leader is dead. The 5 great elders are crippled. People of the Kingyun sect, listen up. I see you the distinguish clearly between gratitude and grudges. I only kill my enemies, and I don't slaughter the innocent. From now on, the Kingyun sect's treasury belongs to me. If anyone objects, feel free to step forward and take one strike from my blade. Senior brother CQ, your power is unparalleled. We are completely convinced. No objections at all. The Ching Cheng. Don't kill me. I beg you, don't kill me. I know I was wrong. For the sake of our former engagement, and for the sake of how I never truly tried to kill you in the past. Spare my life. I can work like a beast for you. I can be your sword maiden. Work like a beast? The Ching Cheng, don't you think too highly of yourself? With your Dao heart shattered by fear, and your tattered and broken cultivation, you think you're worthy to be my sword maiden? Didn't you always claim to be a favored child of heaven, and look down on mortals as ants? Killing you would only dirty my blade. I want you to stay alive. I want you to live with your crippled Dao heart. In this cultivation world where you were once high and mighty, but which now discards you like trash. Live on like a true stray dog, struggling for every breath. I want you to see with your own eyes how the heavenly Dao you look up to is stepped upon by my feet. True pain is not death, but having all your pride completely crushed.
Dane.
Host has been detected thoroughly destroying the core hostile target.
Dao heart.
Dodge light activated immediately. Drastically changes the landscape of the Eastern leisure world. Congratulations, host, you've acquired a massive amount of negative emotions and karma. Points settlement? A total of 5,000 modification points acquired. 5,000 points is great. So, Central State Holy Land, huh? Just wait until I put the hundreds of years of Kingyun sex accumulation, all on magnetic strips. Armed to the teeth. I'll make you understand what real dimensional crushing means. This is the true foundation of Kingyun sex yin weiyao, a pile of useless junk. System, give me a full scan of this treasure vault. Appraise all those so-called supreme treasures for me. Global scan activated. Target found, Heaven tier low-grade Xian sword. Hidden trait, extremely fragile. Target found, 6th grade Huitun pill. Hidden trait, potency greatly diminished. Target found, supreme defensive treasure black tortoise armor. Greatly reduces the wearer's agility. As expected to the system's eyes, this Kingyun sect is just a collection of scrap. But now that I've got 5,000 points in hand, this junk actually makes perfect raw material. System, consume 500 modification points, and change the traits of this black tortoise armor to absolute reflective armor for me. Modification successful. Absolute reflective armor. When subjected to any form of physical, magical, or spiritual attack, ignores own defense rate, and forcibly reflects 100% of the damage to the attacker, and inflicts a soul-rending effect. With an absolutely armor-penetrating blade, plus this absolute reflective armor, even if a top elder of Central State Holy Land stood before me right now, I'd dare to just stand here and let him strike 3 times first. Eat, devour everything in this treasure vault. As long as you like it. Eat as much as you want until you're full. So you'll have the strength to flatten the next sect with me? The formation fluctuations here are completely different from outside. There's a very subtle sense of space folding. Open it for me. This aura. This is the formation seal passed down in my CHU family. This is what the sect leader mentioned before dying. What my parents brought back from an ancient ruin years ago. The black box that led to our family's doom. Father, mother, rest assured. Your son is no longer the loser who was bullied by everyone. Today I'll open this box. And see exactly what those Central State Holy Land mongrels killed you for. Year, by the time you hear this message, I'm afraid your mother and I will have met with tragedy. You must not think of taking revenge for us. We were unintentionally caught up in Central State Holy Lands. Nine Skies Dragon Pavilion's succession conflict. This Julong Xuan Jade token holds a sky-shaking secret about ascending to the upper realm. An innocent man gets into trouble for possessing a treasure. Your mother and I will hide it in King Yun sect. You should live in hiding as a mortal. Live safely and peacefully, remember. Remember this well. Live in hiding as a mortal. Your mother and I have lived righteously our whole lives. So why must we be driven to death by these beasts who stop at nothing for their own profit? I see Ichu the swear to the heavens today. Nine Skies Dragon Pavilion or whatever. Some so-called ascension secret. Anyone involved in this, I will skin them alive and tear them apart. And banish them to the nine hells. Never to be reborn. Where is the King Yun sect master? Why was the seal on the Xuan Jade token triggered early? That old piece of trash has already reported to hell. So you're from Central State Holy Land. Turns out you're a filthy, ignorant servant. King Yun sect is getting more pathetic by the day. Even such a divine item as the Xuan Jade token can fall into outsiders' hands. I am an envoy from the outer pavilion of the Nine Skies Dragon Pavilion. Insect, hand over the Xuan Jade token with both hands. Maybe I'll consider giving you an intact corpse. Otherwise, I won't hesitate to wipe out every living being within 10,000 miles. Grant me an intact corpse. I killed 10,000 miles. Old dog, have you been living like a king in Central State for so long? Your brain has gone rotten. Who do you think you're talking to now? Ignorant worm. Provoking the sanctity of the Holy Land die. System, scan the karmic line of this space projection. Target locked. Nine Skies Dragon Pavilion Envoy Spatial Projection. Core hidden trait. Space block main body isolated. The projection is thousands of miles away in Central State and damaged. It will not cause any substantial harm to the main body. Only a wisp of spiritual sense lost. No real harm done. Wanna hit and run? Keep dreaming. Reflects tenfold the force directly to the main body's soul, and cannot forcibly sever the connection. Now let's play a little game. My face. My soul. What's happening? Who's attacking my main body? That's the backlash from the space projection. Impossible! Absolutely impossible! Seems like tenfold soul feedback feels pretty good. Old dog, didn't you just say you grant me a whole corpse? Go on, keep trying. What sorcery are you using? Stop now. Cut off the array. I order you to sever the array connection. Are you even worthy of cutting it off? Go tell the pavilion lord of the Nine Skies Dragon Pavilion, and everyone who had a hand in my parents' downfall, wash your necks clean, and prepare your strongest trump cards. I see Chu the will soon flatten Central State, and uproot your so-called Holy Land. The karma of King Yun sect is settled. Next, it's time to explore the vast immortal cultivation world. Little pet, are you full yet? If you are, it's time for us to head out. Destination, East End, Crossing Sea, All Heaven Town. Next stop, Central State. Half a month later, East Wastelands border, East Sea City. This is the crucial hub to Central State Holy Land, the necessary waypoint at Crossing Sea, All Heaven Town. It's also the busiest trading center in the whole East Wasteland, where all sorts of people mix. The main hall of Tianbo Pavilion headquarters is packed. Heard that Tianbo Pavilion claims to be East Wasteland's #1 chamber of commerce. As long as you pay enough. You can even buy the exclusive heaven-grade passage for the cross-sea teleportation array. That's right, you can buy anything. Heaven-grade pathway. That's reserved for Central State Holy Land, VIPs and nascent soul powerhouses only. Activating the teleportation array once cost 10,000 Supreme Spirit Stones. Where did you come from? A beggar comes to Tianbao Pavilion for fun? Guards! Throw him out for me. Don't dirty the white jade floor. Blind idiot. Tianbao Pavilion isn't somewhere a lowly servant like you can enter. Get lost 10,000 Supreme Spirit Stones. Sounds pretty intimidating, honestly. But if you're doing business, why kick out your customer? Steward Wang, if your eyes are useless, I don't mind helping you dig them out. I was wondering who it was. Turns out, just a mortal with not even a trace of spiritual energy. How dare you act all high and mighty in Tianbao Pavilion with a mutt? If you can take out 10,000 Supreme Spirit Stones, I'll swallow this solid gold abacus whole today. I don't have Supreme Spirit Stones, but I do have some local specialties. See how much toll these can cover. Local specialties? These are your so-called specialties? A few poisonous failed pills from botched alchemy. Even if you threw these on the street, not even stray dogs would bother with them. And you want to exchange this garbage for 10,000 supreme delicacies. Is your brain filled with water? This kid must be crazy. Trying to use ruined pills to scam at Treasure Pavilion. That's basically courting death. Probably a servant from some remote small sect. No experience with the world. Thinks Treasure Pavilion is a place that takes junk. System target locked on these 5 ruined pills. Replace their core attribute Deadly Poison Spell. Batch modify to Resonance with the Tao. The moment the strange fragrance filled the air, all cultivators stuck at their bottleneck stages in the hall suddenly had uncontrollable spiritual power within them, which started surging madly on its own, as if they were about to break through in the next second. This herbal scent and pill cloud actually formed a tangible pill cloud. This is the legendary 9-turn creation pill lost for thousands of years. And its perfect quality. How is this even possible? You didn't even use spiritual power, nor did you open a furnace to refine pills. How did you turn ruined pills into divine pills? 9-turn creation pill. It is said to allow cultivators at foundation stage to ignore bottlenecks and jump straight to the golden core stage, a heaven-defying miracle. Just one of these appearing in the world could send the entire East Wasteland into chaos. He actually brought out 5 of them at once. 5 pills! This will overturn the heavens. Why aren't you laughing now? Manager Wang, you just said you'd swallow that pure gold abacus whole. Go ahead and do it now. Master, I'm a nobody. I didn't recognize greatness. I'm a foolish and arrogant little man. Please have mercy on me, Senior. These 9-turn creation pills, just a single one, is worth over 100,000 Supreme Spirit Stones. I really can't swallow that garlic. Honored guest, sorry for our poor reception at Treasure Pavilion. Manager Wang's blind. Hurry up and crawl away to accept your punishment. Young Master, I am a subordinate of Pavilion Master Su Ruoxu of East Wasteland's Treasure Pavilion. I failed to follow proper protocol. Sorry to have embarrassed you. These 5 9-turn creation pills. Are you truly wishing to sell them? Treasure Pavilion is willing to offer 150,000 each. An astronomical price in Supreme Spirit Stones. We'll purchase them all and immediately arrange for you our top-level heaven transfer route through the Cross-Sea Heavenly Array. In half an hour, the Cross-Sea Heavenly Array at the shore of the East Sea. Inside, crazy winds roar, giant waves surge sky-high. The evil outcast from King Yun's sect who destroyed the Envoy's projection. I knew you'd show up. Your 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion has quite the sharp dog nose. How come after I slapped your envoy's body across space, you're still standing? And now you're rushing here to die again. Arrogant bastard. Relying on some weird formation you found who knows where, to ambush the envoy. Do you really think you're invincible? Today I'll show you the true power of a nascent soul stage expert. Before absolute realm suppression, Your little tricks aren't even worth a fart. Die for me. Absolute realm suppression. Good. Very good. I was worried about not knowing if the newly improved absolute counter armor would work or not. Old dog, do your worst. If you can't harm me today, I'll make you lose all face and have you kneel and beg? Ignorant aunt from the lower realm, since you want to die, I'll help you. Heaven tier supreme artifact blood sea flood dragon sand act. Crush him into mush. The leader actually unleashed the blood sea flood dragon sand directly. This move is a killing attack even nascent soul stage peers fear. No one dares take it head on. This bumpkin from the lower realm probably has never even seen a nascent soul's crushing aura. He's probably frozen stiff in terror now. He doesn't even know to dodge, just waiting for death. Come, let me see how strong a nascent soul from your central continent Holy Land can be. Just what kind of force you really have. Idiot. Trying to take my heaven tier spell with your bare body? I bet you can't even sense your own breath now. That's what happens when you provoke my 9 heavens dragon pavilion. Leader, what's wrong? My blood sea mist sand. Why did it hit myself? Ding. Absolute counter armor attribute activated successfully. Target's blood sea flood dragon sand has been 100% reflected, with soul rending effect automatically added. Is this your so-called absolute realm suppression? Too weak. Old. Dog, you can't even scratch me. My divine soul? My nascent soul is being torn apart. Stop now. What kind of devil armor are you wearing? You monster. One move, and you didn't even raise a hand? You took the leader's full blow head on, with no damage at all. Not a scratch? And it made the leader into a cripple. Hurry, run back to Jujo and report. With several short and desperate screams, a dozen elite blood guard at Foundation and Golden Core stages didn't even have a chance to counterattack, were completely crushed by the ancient blood beast. No one could resist any longer. Hand over the Cross-Sea Heavenly Array activation token, or I'll pull out your nascent soul and find it myself. Here, take this token. Just kill me. Give me a quick death. Soul rending. It's too painful. I gave you a chance to go all out. Too bad you weren't up to it. Enjoy your soul-rending pain slowly. This is just the interest paid by 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion. Central Continent Holy Land. 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion. I see you the have arrived. The heart of the cultivator's world in Central Continent. Spiritual energy is as dense as rain here. Sects everywhere. Strong ones are everywhere. 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion is one of the top 8 holy grounds in Central Continent, ruling over billions of beings. This is Central Continent. The environment's not bad. Too bad the people living here are filthy. Hey, you lower realm bumpkin dressed like a beggar. How'd you get in the heaven transfer station? Lower realm is lower realm. Even your spirit pet looks like a mangy dog. Kid, do you even know the rules? Anyone who comes up from the lower realm to my 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion, no matter if they're a sect master or genius, the first order of business is to surrender all your treasures and storage bags and submit to the Holy Land's soul-searching inspection. Soul-searching inspection. So basically, not only are you robbing people, you're rifling through their memories too. Central Continent Holy Land. Turns out it's just a bigger bandit den. How dare you insult the Holy Land? You're a lowborn from the lower realm, and still dare to shout in front of us. Guess you won't learn respect until we smash your bones. Kneel when you speak, kneel. I've had the elders of Kingyun sect in East Wasteland say this to me. The Blood Guard leader at Donghai Heavenly Town has said this to me. But now their graves should be covered in grass. You Who exactly are you? What are you trying to do? This is the territory of Nine Heavens Dragon Pavilion. I came to wipe you all out. Arrogant fool who knows nothing of the world. Just you alone? And a broken knife. You think you can shake my Nine Heavens Dragon Pavilion? Activate the Nine Palaces Vermilion Sword Array. Shred him on the spot, as a warning for others. Lowly scum. Repent your foolishness in hell. Your so-called Holy Land Sword Array is full of holes like a sieve. Target locked. Nine Heavens Dragon Pavilion's outer sect. Nine Palaces Vermilion Sword Array core. Made in grass. Perpetual vitality. Just wait for the target to die completely. System. Change this array's perpetual vitality to reverse backlash instead. Command received. Consumption. Modification points. 800. Modification successful. New attribute. Reverse backlash. All killing force will ignore defenses and 100% rebound to the array creator's heart meridian. What's happening? Sword formation is out of control. Sword energy is reversing. Defeating themselves with their own swords means I don't have to dirty my own hands. But there are way too many flies here. Since we're settling everything, let's make some noise. All the cowards in Nine Heavens Dragon Pavilion. CHU family heir, CHU the is here to send you off. Host detected destroying the Holy Land's mountain gate. Severe provocation of a top-tier sect's dignity. Massively altered the causality lines of the central continent. Congratulations, host, you have obtained 8,000 modification points. Presumptuous. What kind of monster dares to destroy the 10,000-year mountain gate of my Nine Heavens Dragon Pavilion and kill the disciples of my holy land? No one in heaven or earth can save you now. Kill, kill. So I smashed a broken gate, and it only lured out you few old dogs? Where is that high and mighty pavilion master of yours? Back then, where were the cowards who ordered the murder of my parents? Tell them to crawl out and meet the descendant of the CHU family. The CU family from the Eastern Desolation that brought back the Nine Dragons Black Jade token? So it's you. You are that lower realm maniac who crushed the consciousness projection. I thought you would be hiding in the lower realm, trembling in fear. I didn't expect you'd dare to come to the central continent to seek death. There's a path to heaven, but you refuse to take it. There's no gate to hell, yet you barge right in. Since you are a remnant of the CHU family, the Nine Dragons Black Jade token must be on you. Hand over the Black Jade token, and as an elder I can decide to extract your soul and suppress it within the 9 nether underworld flames for 1,000 years, granting you the qualification for reincarnation. You want this? Sure. For my parents' lives, plus the decade of humiliation my CHU family endured. How many heads does your Nine Heavens Dragon Pavilion plan to trade for it? 9 Heavens soul-suppressing bell. Shatter for me, his 3 souls and 7 po. It's the Great Elder's Heaven Tier artifact, the 9 Heavens soul-suppressing bell. This artifact specializes in attacking the soul. Once it rings, nothing survives within its sound range. That kid is dead for sure. System, scan this broken bell. System, consume modification points for me. Change soul vibration to precision amplification and friend or foe inversion. Command received, consuming modification points. 9 Heavens camp swap. Shatter. This bell chime is quite crisp, isn't it? My soul. My nascent soul is about to crack. Why? Why is this soul-suppressing bell attacking me? It's not distinguishing friend from foe. The artifact has been tampered with. A monster. He's a monster. Help. My head. The soul. Suppressing tower is being scorched by intense fire. Ah, I told you just now. You old dogs aren't enough to challenge me. You're not human. You were sent by the heavenly Tao. A tribulation. Tribulation? Your 9 heavens dragon pavilion has done every evil deed imaginable. For that so-called great secret of ascension, you slaughtered my entire family. Today I am your tribulation. Go back and tell your pavilion master. If he doesn't crawl out personally to accept his death, I will slaughter every living thing in the 9 heavens dragon pavilion today. I'll kill until your legacy is severed. How much longer are you going to hide like a coward? Do I have to completely level this mountain before you're willing to crawl out? This pressure is so strong. It instantly tore through the thick cloud layers in the sky, creating a massive vortex. The spiritual energy within 1,000 miles seems to be under some absolute illumination, frantically converging toward the center of the vortex. It's the Pavilion Master. The Pavilion Master has ended his seclusion. A God transformation stage expert. He finally broke through to the legendary God transformation stage. We're saved. This demon is doomed. It's been 10,000 years since I took charge of the 9 heavens dragon pavilion, and never has anyone dared, before the Holy Land's mountain gate, to be so presumptuous. Remnant of the Sishu family, you are quite something. Early God transformation stage? So this is the greatest trump card for your 9 heavens dragon pavilion's tyranny. I thought it would be some 3-headed, 6-armed monster. Turns out it's just a slightly stronger mortal. Ignorance is your greatest sorrow. Do you think that relying on some heterodox formations and tampering techniques will allow you to cross the distance between the golden core and God transformation stages, that insurmountable chasm, before absolute domain laws? Those little tricks of yours are nothing more than child's play. Enough talk. I only have one question for you. Back then, was it you who ordered the murder of my parents to seize the 9 dragons' black jade token? And what if it was? The world of cultivation is survival of the fittest. The heavenly Tao is heartless. A common man is innocent, but possessing a treasure makes him guilty. Your parents were nothing more than ants from a desolate place like the Eastern Desolation. By sheer luck, they obtained the black jade token. That leads to the great secret of ascension in the upper realm. That was a destiny their fates could not bear. I took the black jade token, and that was in accordance with the mandate of heaven. If they hadn't resisted and had handed it over obediently, perhaps they could have kept their corpses intact. They have only their own lack of judgment to blame. In accordance with the mandate of heaven, lack of judgment. Good, very good. Then today I will completely tear your mandate of heaven to shreds. Stubborn and foolish. Since you've taken the initiative to deliver the black jade token to my door, I shall accept it. Today I shall let you experience the true power of a God transformation domain. Target locked. God transformation exclusive domain. Hidden entry for 9 heavens dragon emperor domain. Within the domain, the caster is the heavenly Tao. Forced deprivation of spiritual power from all targets below the God transformation stage, and their ability to move, forms an absolute dimensional suppression. Why have you stopped talking? Sishu family remnant. In my dragon emperor domain, you can't even move a finger. You can't even mobilize a trace of spiritual energy. Right now, you are meat on the chopping block. Hand over the black jade token, and I will give you a swift death. Deprive ability to move? Absolute sovereign system? He wants to be God? Then I'll let him taste what it feels like when the sky collapses. Consume all available modification points for me. Modify Absolute Sovereign to Universal Origin Synergy. Spiritual Power Feedback. New entry, Spiritual Power Feedback. Golden Core. Mid-stage, late-stage, Great Perfection. Break. Shatter the core to form the nascent soul. How is this possible? My domain laws have failed. You are devouring my origin spiritual power. Stop it, you lunatic. You'll be blown apart by the God transformation spiritual power. Blown apart? You old geezer. You underestimate me too much. This little bit of power isn't even enough to fill the gaps between my teeth. You want my life? It won't be that easy. Since the domain can't trap you, then I'll use the Holy Land's foundation to completely erase you. 9 Heavens Ancestral Dragon Seal. Come forth. This 9 Heavens Bone-Locking Dragon Seal is an immortal tier treasure refined by the ancestors of our Dragon Pavilion, using true dragon essence blood for 10,000 years. Today I shall use this true dragon soul to completely crush you monster. Dragon Slayer, Heaven Devourer. Little pet, see that big glowing loach? Weren't you still hungry just now? I'm rewarding you with this main course. All beasts prostrate. Before me, even a dragon has to coil up for me. System, modify the entry immediately. Change all beasts prostrate to bloodline tonic. Command received. Overdrawing reserve. Modification points. Ancestral Dragon. Ancestral Dragon, what's wrong with you? Attack, let him swallow it. Go ahead, dinner served. How can this dragon be eaten by a dog? This goes against the laws of the heavenly Tao. Laws of the heavenly Tao? Old man, in this world, I seek you there am the only law. You... What on earth are you? You're not human. You're a demon god crawled out from the abyss. A demon god? But you were the ones who forced this out of me. When you ordered the murder of my parents back then, did you ever think this day would come? Go and give them an explanation. Are your last words finished? If they're finished, then get on your way. Wait, CHUD. You can't kill me. If you kill me, you'll never know. The real mastermind who supported my 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion in exterminating your CQ family. The real mastermind? You think I can't find out if you don't tell me. In my dictionary, there's no such thing as the dead tell no tales. It's useless. My soul has a restriction, placed by an immortal from the upper realm. Even if you search my soul, you'll only get an empty shell without memories. Even the immortal Lord's restrictions are nothing to me. Even if it's the strongest divine lock, I can break it apart. System, turn this damned soul restriction into a memory instead. Project it completely. Whoa, what are you doing? My divine soul? How is this possible? How could the immortal Lord's restriction lose its effect? Eastern Wasteland Sea Ku clan accidentally obtained the key to the lower realm's ascension channel. The 9 Dragon Celestial Jade token. My true self is in the upper realm. It's not convenient for me to interfere. 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion. Go and retrieve the item. Remember, leave no one alive. The ascension secret must not be discovered by other immortal realms. Upper Realm Immortal Palace. So the source of all this was just a single sentence from someone in the upper realm. That one sentence caused dozens in my CHU clan to become innocent sacrifices. Now you see it. The 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion is destroyed. The immortal Lord will definitely notice. You'll die too. I guarantee your lofty immortal Lord will be joining you very soon. The Pavilion Master of 9 Heavens is dead. All top elders are wiped out. From today onward, there will be no more 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion in Central Continent. All disciples of the Dragon Pavilion abolish your cultivation. Leave this place, and I will spare your lives. If anyone dares hide any sect resources, or even tries to resist, I will not let them off lightly. Run, run. This demon just killed even the pavilion master in incarnation stage. 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion is truly finished. 10,000 years, not bad. Finally, I can reach out and touch those top laws tied to the world's origin. Immortal Lord of the Upper Realm, wash your neck and wait. Just as see each you the prepared to head to the Dragon Pavilion's treasury and loot the spoils. In the deepest Forbidden Mountain behind the sacred ground, suddenly 3 extremely hidden, yet terrifyingly powerful auras burst forth. So, hiding inside the 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion's shell, there were actually a few old antiques almost in the grave. They are the true foundation of the 9 Heavens Dragon Pavilion. Elders who have lived for thousands of years. All of them have reached perfected nascent soul. You brat, how dare you destroy our tradition? That pavilion master was weak. He died, and that's that. But you, demon, don't think you'll be leaving Central Continent alive, since the sacred ground is lost. The spiritual veins for 10,000 miles, along with you, demon, will be buried with the Dragon Pavilion. Infernal annihilation, grand array. Detonate the spiritual veins. Just you 3 half-dead corpses. Think you can take me down with you? Want to blow up spiritual veins? Have you asked my blade? System, spend 10,000 modification points for me. Change self-detonation of spiritual veins to condense spiritual vein pearls. Force fusion. Command received, 10,000 points deducted. Entry modified to spiritual vein pearl, 10,000 points deducted. New entry successful. Why did the spiritual veins stop raging? The formation is out of control. He's swapping out all of Central Continent's spiritual energy. What a core spirit vein pearl. From this day on, as long as I see you they stand on this land, my spiritual power will never run dry. Not only did the 3 old fossils fail to blow me up, they also gave me a huge fortune. You tampered with the heavenly Tao's laws. The upper realm won't let you off. The upper realm won't let me off? I don't know. But I know that I see Shu that definitely won't let them off. This is the final secret behind the annihilation of my clan. A direct ascension tunnel to the upper realm immortal palace. You scum in the immortal palace above, watching the show up there for so long. Feeling so safe, aren't you? Today, I see Chu am following this connection to come kill you. Wash your neck and get ready to die. Ascension stage beyond the 9th heaven in the upper realm. This is where cultivators shed their mortal bodies from the lower realm and forge their immortal bones. Celestial mists swirl all year round. Immortal melodies echo throughout. So this is what's called the upper realm. Other than denser spirit energy than the lower realm, there's really nothing special. Was it? The immortal Lord has commanded. Surrender the 9 dragon celestial jade token of your own accord, and cleanse your mortal dust in the transcendence pool here. Then brand yourself with the markless seal, and you will be spared. Granted the position in the immortal palace as the lowest menial cleaning immortal servant. This is a fortune you lower realm cultivators wouldn't get even in tens of thousands of years. A cleaning immortal servant. Spare my life? You upper realm people? Did the immortal energy rot all your brains? I didn't come up here just to be your dog. Ignorant lowlife. You act arrogant for a few days in the lower realm, and really think you can defy the heavens. This is the upper realm. The law here is ruled by immortal lords. Since you refuse to listen, then I'll just cripple your cultivation first, and throw you into the pool of transformation. Once trapped by the transcendence. Even if you were a peerless genius from the lower realm, you'll be drained of all cultivation in just 3 breaths. Lower realm answer so stupid. He didn't even try to dodge. Deprive the mortal root. Want to drain me dry? Fine, let's see how much this pool can take. System. Change the entry-deprived mortal route to celestial Tao origin to resist the upper realm's basic laws. Modification succeeded. No way, this can't be. The transcendence pool is drying up. What did you do, Yuan? You're actually devouring celestial Tao origin. Stop. Is this how you upper realm people treat guests? This pool water doesn't taste too bad. Now it's my turn to return the favor. Iron Zane at any cost will personally slay you. Tong Yuan, immortal lord, if he blames us, we're all dead. You're too slow in killing. And way too weak. What kind of law is this? My immortal body, my undying soul, was actually caught by a rusty chopper. Tell me now. That so-called Kang Yuan immortal lord, where's his lair? Think you've won? You have no idea how terrifying the immortal lords are. He lives in the Purple Heaven Grand Primordia Palace, outside the 33rd heaven. If you kill me, the immortal lord will sense it immediately. Every immortal king in the upper realm will hunt you down. So what? You're dead for sure. You and your lowly parents are all going to die. Purple Heaven Grand Primordia Palace, outside the 33rd heaven. Oh, I've memorized it. You can rest assured. Not only will I not run, I'll be coming to your door myself. So he'll know what happens when you mess with the wrong person. Even immortal lords will pay with their lives. Canyon immortal lord, since you've already locked onto my aura, I might as well stop looking for the way. Tan Yuan, you old dog. CED of the CHU clan, Eastern Wasteland. I'm here today to take your miserable life. Wash your neck. Bring out the upper realm's strongest trump cards. Don't make it too boring for me. Come, let's flatten this hypocritical immortal realm together. Beyond the 33 heavens! Inside the grand hall of the Ziai Zhao Taiku Palace, immortal energy condenses into tangible auspicious clouds. Countless sharp forces gather, forming celestial music, like tangible waves echoing in the void. This is the absolute peak of power in the entire upper realm. It's also the place where absolute laws originate. The spatial barrier between the immortal lord and the lower realm is incredibly strong. Even if someone uses the Xuanyu token to sneak up here, they'd only end up as mortals with their cultivation drained by the immortal pool. How could they possibly reverse kill a peak stage great ascension cultivator like me? Don't mind the immortal general. Calm your anger, heavenly lord. No matter what kind of shady magic that ant from the lower realm used,
He dared to kill a general of the immortal court.
even had the guts to expose his location and taunt us immortals. That's downright unforgivable. Remnants of the two family. I thought that purge back then had completely wiped them out. Who would have guessed they not only survived, but even dared to invade the immortal realm? Go, you four great divine generals, take action together. Bring me that ant's head, and the Zhulong Xuanyu token along with it. Remember, I want him to die a miserable death. Let every realm know the consequences of defying the immortals. Your subordinate obeys. We will bring the head of that lunatic and present it to you. Looks like these old dogs from the upper realm responded pretty fast. I thought they'd just cower and tremble in their dens. You reckless fool. See, you the... Facing my 100,000 heavenly army and 4 great sky lords. Why haven't you gotten off your mount yet? Surrender now. Kneel down and accept your fate. If you repent now, maybe my primordial spirit will show mercy and let you keep a shred of your soul for reincarnation. 100,000 soldiers and 4 great divine generals is quite the show. Too bad you so-called immortals. Besides shouting your mouths off. Is that all you know how to do? Ignorant lowborn scum from the lower realm, about to die and still mouthing off. Maybe you could play king below. But up here, before the absolute laws of immortal cultivation, you're not even as good as a bug. 4 symbols extermination array. Blast him to smithereens for me. A formation of 100,000 men. Only golden immortals can escape. Very good, system. Turn this useless net's heavenly net of justice. Modify this entry to full power autonomous missile defense. System command. Receiving ultra-large-scale immortal law coverage initiation. Expending 30,000 modification points. The grandest fireworks show begins. What's going on? Why is the formation out of control? The Heavenly King's doomsday plot. Why has the lock reversed back onto us? This can't be. How could the law of heaven be distorted? Help! My immortal light can't stop this thunderfire. Ah, retreat! Did I say you could leave? Since you came all this way to reinforce me. Then you'll all die here and become fertilizer for the heavenly river. Obliterate with Tao destruction. Kang Yuan, you old dog. I've wiped out all your guard dogs. Now it's your turn. CEO, you really surprised me. I originally thought you were just a lucky ant from the lower realms. Never expected. You'd actually use some sort of artifact to conceal fate and massacre my 100,000 vanguard army. An artifact? You immortals up in your ivory towers. Anything you can't understand, you just label as evil artifacts. Kang Yuan, how much longer can you keep up your facade? You must be terrified inside. Afraid? How ridiculous. I've endured 10,000 tribulations over 100,000 years, finally becoming an immortal lord, living as long as the upper realms Tao. You think killing a few useless heavenly soldiers means you can challenge the law of heaven, law of heaven. Back then, for the 9 dragons celestial jade token, you issued a Tao decree, annihilating the entire CE clan. Where was your Tao law then? Your so-called law of heaven is just a cover for your greed, a bandit's disguise. An innocent man is envied for his treasures. That 9 dragon celestial jade token is the ancient core sealing lower realm destiny. As long as I obtain it, I can refine the lower realms into my inner universe, and thus break through the immortal lord bottleneck and step into the legendary creation realm, sacrificing mere mortals from the lower world in exchange for my perfect Tao. That is the supreme honor for your CQ clan. Supreme honor, really? Kang Yuan, since you love refining others so much, then today, I'll use the Tao law to completely crush your proud immortal bones and divine soul, to honor the lost souls of my CHU clan. Arrogant to the extreme, since you're in such a hurry to die, let me show you what true immortal law is. Heavenly Tao of Zixao, all laws to ashes. System, detect this old man's ultimate kill move. Target locked. Heavenly Tao of Zixao. All laws as one. Heavenly sovereign level ultimate immortal art. Ignores defenses. Obliterates body and soul. Very good, system. I still have 100,000 modification points left. Deduct 50,000 points. Erase the law. Modify this entry to karmic backlash. Self-destruction at the source. Command received. Engaging highest Tao law of the immortal realm. Deducting 50,000 modification points. How is this possible? The law of heaven is reversing. My all laws to ashes. Why is it locking onto my own karma strand? Stop. Stop now. This is your so-called immortal law. This is your exalted rule. Kang Yuan is suffering backlash from his proudest power. How does it feel? You What the hell are you? You can actually rewrite the origin of heaven's law. You're definitely not immortal from the lower realms. I've survived 100,000 tribulations. I cannot lose to a bastard like you. I still have a trump card. Heavenly Tao Jade Butterfly. Come forth. Target locked. Broken Heavenly Tao Jade Butterfly. Strongest of the upper realm. Innate supreme treasure. Soul remains immortal. As long as the immortal realm endures, I am undying and immortal. See you the doozy. This is my true confidence. As long as I hold the jade butterfly, I am the law of heaven itself in the immortal realm. No matter how bizarre your tactics, you can't kill an immortal lord fused with the world. Even if I have to wear you down, I will exhaust you to death here today. Undying, immortal. Fused with the divine law. Canyon, you old dog. Did you forget? What I'm best at is pulling gods like you off your pedestal, bringing you down. System, deduct the remaining 50,000 points. Modify this broken jade butterfly's heaven protection and immortality. Completely rewritten as the 5 declines of immortals. An immortal body. Command received. Ultimate law. Rewrite initiated. 50,000 modification points deducted. Modification successful. New entry. 5 declines of immortals, mortal body. No, what's happening? My immortal energy is draining. My immortal body is melting. What is this black mist? 5 decays of immortals. That only appears at the end of a mortal's lifespan. Only mortals reach the 5 declines. I'm an immortal lord. How can I turn mortal? I am an undying immortal lord. See Yu, what did you do to me? You devil! Immortal lord, right now. Even the lowest janitor from my lower realm, King Yun sect, is better than you. Didn't you look down on mortals as ants? Now, you've become the ant you despise the most. How does it feel? Master Chu, Grandmaster Siho, Ancestor Sihu, I was wrong. I was blinded by greed back then. My greed was endless. I beg you, give me back my immortal essence. You can have the entire immortal realm. I'll become your disciple. No, I'll be your dog. Please spare me this old life. A dog? I think dogs are dirty. You owe my CU clan dozens of lives in blood. Today, it's time to settle the debt. Father, Mother, the CHU clan's revenge is done. From this day on, no one will control the fate of CHU the ever again. Let's go, old friend. Now that the old law of heaven is dead. From now on, the rules of this world will be set by us. 10 years later, at the southernmost end of the East Wasteland, a remote, peaceful little town. Brother Sishu, did you hear the news? Last night, next door, that arrogant young master from the Wind and Thunder sect tried to snatch the people's spirit fields. But as soon as he made a move, from the sky, a golden thunderbolt as thick as a barrel struck down. Instantly turned him into a mortal. Even knocked out all his teeth. Looks like that iron rule about evildoers always facing divine retribution. Little stone, if you ever succeed in your cultivation, you must remember, never bully the weak with your power. Or that golden lightning won't spare you. Don't worry, brother Ciju. I want to practice the sword of chivalry, bringing justice and peace. I want to be like the legendary mighty one who unified all the worlds and set new Tao laws, and protect everyone. Too bad. That mighty one is said to have been in seclusion for decades. Nobody knows if he's in the celestial palace, or hidden in some blessed cave. If I ever get a chance to meet him, I'd die happy. That legendary figure, maybe.
He's hiding in some unremarkable corner right now.
Sweeping the floor. Watching you youngsters grow up. Alright, go practice your sword. Remember, the heart comes before the blade. Got it, brother Sihu. I will become a great hero. After once experiencing ultimate destructive killing intent, all that's left is my deepest guardianship of this hard-won age of peace, and the sincerest protection. Father, Mother, this era is just as you wished. The turmoil is over. May the realm enjoy everlasting peace.